you're bursting into a room, you've just blown the hinges off a door and you're bursting in. You're not walking in doing this. You have to learn to do stuff on the hoof. You have to run into stuff, smash into it, fuck it up, get gone. So it's important, no matter what techniques you're doing, you've got to be able to do it static, because that can come from deception, it can come from handing over papers, it can come from pretending to be captured, but you've also got to be able to do it dynamically. You've got to be able to smash in, do someone and get gone. Both aspects are very, very important. So now we're going to move to a different aspect, and we're going to slow it down a little bit, and we're going to look at the chin jab. The chin jab is one of the most important strikes in World War II combatives. It uses a 10-pence piece size part of your palm. It's base bit of your palm. I want to knock him out, and if I can't knock him out, I want to knock him down. Both of these things are important. So there are two types of chin jab. The attached chin jab, where I hold him, and the detached chin jab, where I don't. We're going to start with the attached one. Because with World War II combatives, we're assuming nearly everyone we fight is armed in some way. So whether he's got pistols, knives, guns, whatever the fuck. What we're going to do is we're going to go from a position of subterfuge. So he might be asking for my papers, and I might go to give my papers. I'm going to have my hands out. I'm going to be rooting in my pockets. I'm going to be doing this. And if you trained well, you'll have good verbals to not give it away that you're about to do something. That's part of your training, to look innocuous, to look harmless. Right, classic chin jab. I'm going to take a step, in this instance with my left leg, and I'm going to body check his right hand, which is likely the hand that he uses. It's likely a strong hand. It's likely the hand he shoots with. It's likely the hand he would use a knife with. Likely to be, he keeps a weapon on this side of his body. So my body being here makes accessing that weapon really awkward and difficult to do. And not many people are very dexterous with their left hand. So you are stepping in aggressively as a body check, and I'm grabbing, as I do this, a big lump of kidney or back or webbing, whatever I can get here. As I do this at the same time, I'm going to crash this underneath his jaw. So get to where you can see. So I've stepped in, I've been innocuous, I've stepped in aggressively and grabbed at the same time. As I do this, I'm going to jam this underneath his jaw. It's going to be so close that this inner part of my forearm practically slams against his chest. It's going to be that close to him. Now, ideally, because I'm sinking in his back here, if I do this hard enough, I'll shake his brain and knock him out. Bonus. He's quiet, he's no longer a problem. If that doesn't quite happen, if shit happens, I'll have at least very probably knocked him down because his head has gone beyond his arse. So I'm doing this as a strike. It is not a push, it is a strike. I'm striking this very hard. And if it doesn't knock him out, it should knock him down. If it does neither of those things and he keeps his balance, I've got the fingers very near his eyes and I'll jam him down. I'll drive him into walls, I'll drive his head down to the floor, but the fingers to the eyes are the very last usage of this tool. The fingers to the eyes will make him scream, make him fight like all hell. I don't want that struggle if I can help it. So, clean, crisp knockout here is A grade perfect. A B grade, I've knocked him on his arse. Well, I haven't knocked him on his arse, I've driven his head into the concrete. His head will hit the ground first, which hopefully then knocks him out. If neither of those things happen, my fingers are near his jelly eyelids, and I'm going to drive these fingers in here to either dunk his head into the floor, drive him into a wall, or distract him enough that I can pull out my weapon or his weapon and finish the job. But that is the attached chin jab. Subterfuge, crush that back, all as one movement. It all comes as one. It's an overwhelming attack because my body's crashing, I'm slapping and grabbing this kidney and smashing here. So all of me is overwhelming his defenses as we go. That is an attached chin jab, so practice that. An unattached chin jab would be if I'm showing the documents here and I drive this up. In that instance, I'm using my feet and I'm pivoting like I'm crushing a bug in the ground. So I've smashed the chin jab. It's still very close. It's not a palm heel as you would typically have it. I've driven the head up, and I might throw this in multiples. 1, 2, 3. I might drive this up, but again, this kind of motion. Like you would if you were throwing an uppercut. It's the same discipline as an uppercut. So give that a go, attached and unattached. Go play. This, I'll borrow you again, is the double chin jab. This is probably the safest chin jab you can do, in that you're opening the book and you're feeding him the book. So Fairbairn teaches this in his manual for women, but I think it's a brilliant technique regardless. And it's built on this. That again, from subterfuge, I might be handing over documents. I'll be deceiving you in some way here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the book, open my little book, and I'm going to use the hard bits of my palm here, and I'm going to drive them to either side of his jaw. So I'm bursting through him like this. So it's two chin jabs, single chin jab, double chin jab at the same time. Some of the added benefits of doing it this way, the fingers, or indeed the thumbs if you slip, go towards the eyes. Also, you've got full bodily commitment. It's a bit like when a diver wants to propel their body weight through water, they're bursting, aren't they? They're bursting into that water. So if I want to propel all of my 18 stone through his face, boom, double chin jab here, going straight through, up and under. If I was small and close, boom, I can still do this. But two hands either side of the jaw. But notice the penetrative step too. This is important. I'm not just reaching out, I'm not a zombie. I'm stepping and driving this through, which is very important. The step and the drive. So make sure you're never just reaching. Same with the chin jab. I don't just chin jab, boom, I drive with it. Everything from the feet, the thighs, it's all about moving your mass through an opponent. So here, boom, double chin jab, straight through. Have a quick go of that. We'll play double chin jab. Next technique is called the tiger claw, and it's an extended version essentially of the chin jab. This is what you do from further away. Now the problem with further away is if we're assuming an environment where everyone's armed, which could be as true today as it was then, that space offers the opportunity for that person to withdraw or use that tool. But sometimes you just can't get close enough to pull off something like a chin jab. So you need something that keeps him thinking or feeling bad stuff until I can finish the job. Everybody? So the tiger claw is thus. You're firing out the hand like you would with a jab or a cross. And you're doing it with the same integrity. So hips, shoulders, feet, they all turn. You're still using the hard centralized bit of your palm, and you're smashing this in here. Only at the end, in reality, is any claw shape manifested. I'm not firing a claw at him, I'm firing a palm at him, and if I wish to, I grip at the end of it. So I could hit and grip, and then once I've done that, I could use that grip to reposition, maintaining a good lump of face, and I could do it again. So I can hit, hold eyeballs, hold ears, hold hair, hold beards, smash, grip a lump of something, then I could step in and chin jab, or I could reposition and tiger claw again. Why would I move? Well, if I've hit him and not knocked him out, he's probably going to be trying to hit me back now, or do stuff. I'm going to use this time to flank and be somewhere else, and then smash him. You always want to hit and move and hit and move and hit and move. The person should feel overwhelmed. I can't just stay in this pocket, because eventually he'll fire back if I've not done him in. So being able to hit, reposition, this is very, very important, being able to hit and move. But you're using this. It goes out, aiming at the chin to knock him out. You always want to knock him out or knock him down, then grip at the end of it. You can practice firing it 1, 2, straight up the pipe, or 1, reposition, 2. You're always gripping. Now what you can also try, once you've got the gist of that, and this might be that he's asked for papers, he's a bit wary, he's not getting me close, he's not letting me get close enough. So what I might do, boom, smash, first chin jab, long range weapon, tiger claw. I might have only just grazed him here. Boom, I'm just going to go through again. I'm going to keep on him, keep on him, keep on him, keep on him, keep on him. You know, I'm going to chase him down, smash him up. So bear in mind that if he's not quite letting me close the distance, the tiger claw might be the thing. And this is where multiples are really important. The first one will very often miss or not have its full effect, but the second one will, and the third one will. So you're cascading over him like a waterfall. You are going over and through him. But get used to being able to hit and grip, or hit and advance, you are driving through that person with the tiger claw. It's important to have good grip strength. If you're using sticks, knives, guns, empty-handed, grip strength will benefit all of those things. So when the tiger claw, once I've hit and I've gripped, now that good grip strength will mean that I can whip his head that way, I can do him up. It's very important to be able to do that. It also may come to pass that I've hit him here and he's about to move that shoulder, so instead I'm going to tiger claw that. So I might smash him right in that shoulder. So what he's tried to draw his weapon or whatever, I've moved him out of the way, and then I'm going to smash him up. So I might tiger claw the shoulder as well as the face. Something to think about, something to play with. You know, I might be here, see that bend of his elbow, think fuck that, tiger claw, and then smash him with that one. So against the shoulder or the jaw, there's good efficacy in good region. So I want you to have a go at the tiger claw, a bit further away. Imagine the scenarios this may take place, maybe subterfuge. He's not letting me get close enough. So I've fired one, might have missed, doesn't matter, it might be miles away, but I've made him react a little bit. So the next one, they pour over him. I may be just about close enough, in which case I'm going to hit, flank, smash him again. Or it may be that I hit him, you know, I see him start to draw and I think, fuck this for a game of soldiers. Bang! Smash that. Boom! If it hits him on the back of the head, brilliant. This is a brilliant shot, all with the tiger claw. Once you hit, get used to being able to hit, grip, no matter how it is. I might hit here, then I might grip a lump of his head, moving that way. Screw him up. Getting used to being able to hit, and then instantly grab a lump of flesh, jacket, webbing, whatever you can grab. That's an important skill to have. That's the tiger claw. Give it a play. I'm moving at pace because in World War II training, it goes at pace. You're exposed to the technique, you pick a couple you like, you practice it in your own time. That's how it works. You're not going to get the luxury of the time to have an old dojo session worth on just one technique. And you don't have a syllabus that's conducive to spending hours and hours and hours just drilling these things. You only have a short period of time. So we're going to move to some slightly different techniques. Tom, I'm going to borrow you. If you could just take that cap off, mate, just because the cap will be in the way of the technique. So, the first one is the face smash. Okay, the face smash is thus. This comes from more American sources, so assault troops, shock troops. And it's essentially this, in that you're running at this man. I'm going to run at Tom. And I'm going to throw an imaginary ball in Tom's face. This weapon, this bit's going to hit him, but I'm going to throw the ball. Smash. My job is to make Tom say yes very fast. If you put your chin down to your chest fast, do it. There is very little muscles stopping that happening very fast. Try and put the back of your head on your back fast. Try and do that. You feel that there's brakes saying that's a stupid idea. But your head going down, that accelerates fast. If you think of a knockout, it's about brain shaking. So if I can shake his head, I can knock him out. So this particular face smash is me running forward, throwing the ball, and I'm making that happen. I'm making his chin go down. It's intuitive. Wham! If I'm lucky, the fingers will also rake the eyes as I go down. But this is a distant shot. This is me charging, Tom's charging. Yeah, I can't aim with this. If I aim a tiger claw, I may miss. This is pretty much a miss ball. We're running. Whoa! You're throwing the ball into his face. After that point in the clash of humans, then you might move into chin jabs and other stuff. But this is the face smash, an overhand ball throw into the face, typically on the double, bam! And then we move into other nasty stuff. So that's nice and simple. There's that one, and then we're also going to do what is known as the Matchbox Strike. Now in Fairbairn's manuals, people have got a hard matchbox, a metal box, almost like a metal lighter. We don't typically have that nowadays, so we're going to use the forearm instead, the lower portion of the forearm. And in this instance, this one comes from subterfuge. So I may be talking, I may be showing documents, what have you. And then I'm going to roll the bony part of my forearm, bang, into Tom's neck. So I'm rolling it, my foot, my hip and my shoulder, they're all twisting at the same time. Bang! It's nasty. It's a strike. I'm not trying to grapple him here. I'm smashing him, and I'll keep smashing him with stuff. Everything should feel like he's trapped in the surf. Like there's waves of violence coming over him. Yeah, exactly. Good. So first one, face smash. You are running, you are bowling this at their face. Yeah. The Matchbox Strike or the Matchbox Hook. In this instance, we're using it with our forearm. This is more sneaky, this is conversation. Das is das. Bang! Smashing right here. You notice that all my body is turning into this. Turning into that. I'm always turning into the blow. And see how conducive this is to the rest of the gutter fighting. Smash, shin jab. You can see how things pretty intuitively just click together. I saw you all doing it when you were doing the tiger claw to edge of hand, chin jab to tiger claw, they all come together. And it's up to you and your scenarios to build those. But just for these techniques, I'm going to run at Tom, Tom's going to run at me. Bang! Face smash. Or if we're in conversation, subterfuge, matchbox hook. Matchbox hook. Give that a go. I'm going to fuck up the game. They did stop it. Right, cool. So we're going to move on to edge of hand blows. So we're using this hard portion of our arm here. And the reason why these are so effective, or the reason why they work, we'll take Jace because Jace is big, is you're chopping down barriers in between you and your opponent. So whether it's subterfuge or whether it's full on assault and charging, typically people put a barrier between you and them. It could be instinctive, so it could be a flinch, in which case I want to be moving that, moving that, moving that. I want to move whatever gets in the way between me and him. Jace might have grabbed me, in which case I still want to be able to move and jam this barrier. Moving it, moving it, moving it. Everything, you've got to think of your hands like blades. So whether he's reaching out to me, and I'm smashing it, I'm smashing it. But bear in mind, you've got to move forward like a drill. There's no point me just stopping and swatting things. As soon as that comes in, I'm moving, moving. I'm always compressing him in. I'm going to take away his space, take away his choice. And that's where these hacking motions work. Now there are two types of energy in these. There's broken and fluid. So broken energy is where I will hack at Jason and stop. Hack, hack, hack. Or if I've managed to pull it off next to him on his head, hack. Well, I've done this. Fluid energy is where he might put a barrier and I go, whomp! I take it all the way through. That might be more conducive. Fluid energy, and I might smash through him, knock stuff completely out of the way. So for the edge of hand blows, I want you to practice horizontal edge of hand blows. And think about your targeting. Targeting is really important. One of the only recorded kills in World War II was from a very, very, very skillful lady, and what she did, chopped a Nazi guard right in the throat. But if that chop went a bit too high or a bit too low, odds are you would have demolished it. You would have been a bigger, stronger person. You need to be able to think about your targets. So when using your edge of hand blow, whilst it's a gross motor movement, you shouldn't neglect your accuracy. So you're thinking carotid artery, you're thinking windpipe, you might be thinking the edge of the jaw to get the knockout, the temple, you might be thinking the collarbone. If you've pulled them down, you might be thinking the brainstem, you might be thinking the kidney. Now, you've got to be able to think about where you're hitting. Don't just randomly strike. Think about where you're going, what you want, what you're doing, what you want to achieve. But in any instance, broken energy, short, sharp chops, fluid energy, and you can flow between those. So you could go broken, broken, fluid, broken. Make sense? You can really mix and chop these up. But I want you to get into the habit of knowing how to do broken shots and fluid shots and moving between the two. You use these combinations like a boxer would, horizontally and vertically. An important thing is to put your body into the shots. So when I'm doing a vertical edge of hand blow, when I'm coming down on Jason's collarbone, I'm sinking my body weight down. Crash. I really want to crack down on this. I'm chopping it down. If I bent his head over, if I've got to this stage in the fight, I'm not going to waste it by giving him a Swedish massage. You know, I'm stepping, stamping, crashing all of my weight is sinking onto that opponent. So you've got to deliver with your mass, step and smash. I might be assaulted from the side. So when I go for this, I can't be chopping here. I have to really go for it. Notice my knee placement. You've got to be able to mince up anything that gets in your way. Any barrier, any grab, or potential grab, he's coming at me. I need to smash it, but importantly, I need to put the pressure back on Jason, back on Jason. These hacks are really good, so I can pursue him, yeah, and fuck him up. Nice and simple. Hurts, doesn't it? Horrible. Being able to pursue. I've really fucked him up. Brilliant. Being able to hack is really important. Being able to mix fluid and broken energy is really important. What you can also do is a double edge of handler. And you actually see this in the early Star Treks, because a lot of the stunt advisors were World War II men. And so again, a bit like a single edge of hand blow, drop into a double on the collarbones here, drop into a double. But in any case, what I want you to practice, we're going to go back to the line drill. So we're going to have 2 pad holders. Pad holder, pad holder. I want you to drive in, I want you to run in at speed. And practice a variety of edge of hand blows. Broken, broken, fluid, broken, double hand. I just want you to smash, 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 smash. That's the first part of the drill. So I just want as many as possible. Smash, smash, smash. Keep going. Broken, fluid, broken, fluid. Get used to sinking your body weight to it. I want about a 5-second burst, then move back, restart the line. Go. So, understand that a lot of threats will happen when you're in a state of unreadiness. You are being ambushed, you're being assaulted. Today you might be on your phone, listening to music, you might be paying at the tap and go cash machine. My attention will be elsewhere, and it would be the same yesteryear. You're busy doing a job. You think of World War II combatives, I might be using a radio, I might be writing a report, I might be observing something. My attention will be on the task at hand, but I need to be ready to respond to negative stimuli. So the bump drill is this. He's going to bump me. As soon as I feel that, I'm going to arc this shot. And the reason why this shot is good against an unknown adversary is that this comes round, it has a huge arc of fire. I don't know if he's there, there, there. I have no real idea. All I've felt is I've been grabbed or pushed or struck. I might have been twatted around the back of the head. Fucking hell. Yeah. So I might be struck, grabbed, pushed, whatever. I know the stimuli is here. So my edge of hand blow, this is where the elbow is important. So I've kept myself safe as well. I've kept myself safe on this side. If he's closer than I thought he was, he's going to eat a face full of elbow. So that's why the elbow being raised is important. When I turn, I rip all of my body that way as if I'm pulling a stubborn chainsaw. It rips out this way. And I'm smashing into it. When it hits, now I know where the bastard is. So once I've hit, I can move in on him. But that getting used to being hit from a stimuli, if you're the pad man, get used to bumping from different directions. So he might come this side and bump me. So there's no point in me, if I felt the bump on this shoulder, there's no point in me using this arm. I'd still hit him, but he's got a longer way to go. If I feel the bump on this shoulder, I'm going to smash that way. Does this make sense? Yeah. So get used to, and padman try and be unpredictable. So as soon as you feel the stimuli, I've hit it from below. He's hit me dead center. Now I've got an even choice. I'm not going to turn before I raise this elbow, because if I turn and then raise, it's going to smash me. So I need to, this elbow, this shoulder needs to come to my chin, and I need to be ready to fight. That bump could be him starting to strangle me. Could be any number of things. So I need to turn aggressively and put my firepower on him. So as soon as he hits me, get yourself off balance, you need to respond. Chop up, you smash, smash, smash. You put all of your rage, energy, power into that individual. But the reason why this is good is that a lot of attacks might come from the side, so if I'm here at the cash machine, that's the bump, I can put myself on him. If I'm looking at documents here, I can put myself on him. Wherever I feel the negative stimuli, I can immediately focusing on him. And if there's two people, if you come as well, so I might be doing some business, let's say it's World War II, I might be tapping away. Because there's two people, I can move through. I'll either hit him or I've hit him, doesn't matter. So I've just launched that weapon this way, I've launched it straight through those guys. That's a good example of fluid energy. I don't know where the threat's coming from, so I'm just going to belt something this way. And someone is going to feel it, whether it's him or him, I don't really care. So I don't have time to look at the threat. So as soon as I get the bump, then I launch this through, and depending on who's closer, he's going to get it. And now look at my body. Because I've turned that way, I've got my athletic posture here. All of me can now run through these guys. I can smash into targets. Because of this edge of hand blow, I've oriented myself to the threat. Whereas if I just try and elbow, or punch, or turn and face, I'm not in that aggressive posture. Does that make sense? So when you turn, it's a bit like the stick or the rifle. Now these fuckers know there's a fight in it. And that's the thing to bear in mind. So try the bump drill, try 2 bumps per person. So come up like before, turn your back, bump 1, bump 2. Yep. Right, attribute drill. We're going to move through him fast, we're going to move through him hard. So I want you to take a run up to the pad, edge of hand blow. So you're raising your elbow. And by doing this, you're covering your face as well. Because if you're running at an opponent, odds are he's going to try and hit you too. It's not going to be passive. So we're raising the elbow, and we're going to smash into him with this part of our hand here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go vertical overhand. 4, grab the top, push, knee straight through. Okay? So we're going to run up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to move round in the lines that we were doing earlier. Now, important things to think about are targeting. So just take this off. Why might we be doing this? If I run at Tom, Tom might have his hands up defensively, not in a boxing fashion, but he might have his hands up in a flinch reaction. When I do this, I clear things that might be in my way to access Tom. So if his hands cover himself, cover yourself. I'm smashing through Tom's defences. I'm breaking through him. I'm chopping him up. Bang, bang, bang. Overhand, smash. And then I'm going to drive my knee right into his groin. I'm going to move on because my target isn't fighting Tom. You're not being paid. It's not Madison Square Gardens. You're not doing 10 rounds with Jack Dempsey. My job is to do that and get to the Sten gun and drill him through the holes and blow something up or just escape. So it's running as fast as you can into the target. Bang, bang, bang. You are drilling him down to the ground. This final one goes right to the back of his neck. Boosh. Now it could be you get him in the groin, it could be you get him in the knee, you get him in the thigh, it doesn't matter. Because my job isn't Tom, my job's over there, moving. Next thing I want you to try is using the edge of hand blows. You've seen it used explosively. So you felt the bump, you felt the stimuli, could be push, pull, whatever, strike. You need to be able to respond wherever that threat can come from and catch someone. You may catch them with the forearm, the elbow, the edge of hand. You don't really know because it depends on how close or far away they are. But you've used your body explosively so you'll crack someone somewhere. Another important use for this is in defending yourself against grabs and hits. Yeah. So if he's grabbed me with one hand and he's hitting me with the other hand, I can use my edge of hand blows to keep myself safe. Because this elbow cover here keeps my jaw safe. I can then use this, smash, smash, smash. Yeah. Smash, smash, smash. You can move your way through that. You can chew up any type of technique. So from a grab and hit. Now, instead of just trying to deal with this, I'm going to do both things. So I'm going to chop at this with an edge of hand blow, and I'm going to raise this across. Like that. So I've broken the structure of this. Smash, smash, smash. You're chewing up every single element of that grab. But importantly, this is the major threat. So I've done this. I've covered myself. I've primed the edge of hand blow. So even if he gets close, if you push into me, I've got this here. Yeah, I can drop that straight in. giving me a bit more space, and the next one, and the next one. These are best used as multiple attacks. You are chewing through any type of grab. You know, it could be a lapel grab. Yeah. So it could from this side. Yeah. Again, I'm still raising here. Smash, 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 smash. You are moving. You are smashing. You are constantly turning and putting pressure on. It could be, boom, a smash here. I break the structure of this grab and then begin to float. But think of the targeting. Artery, 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 kidney, back of the neck. Yep. I've got choices here. I've got stuff I can do. So think about wherever the opponent is, what's the most dangerous place to be hitting them. I might then pull the hood, smash, smash, move to the knee, whatever you want to do. But I want you to get used to using the edge of hand blow against grabs, getting used to breaking the structure of the grabbing hand, keeping yourself safe, and then demolishing what comes in front of you with multiple strikes. And make sure you edge of hand with both hands, because you've got so many tools to play with here. You're basically playing the drum on the mat. You're smashing, smashing. You notice I'm always moving around him as well. I'm going to clockwork him. I'm going to move around him, get round to his back, push him down, strangle him. But get used to being grabbed. First thing, tuck your chin, no matter what, tuck your chin. Yeah, cover. Then we're going to go to town with these edge of hand blows. If he grips on, that's kind of good in a way, because now I've only got one weapon to deal with. So I'll just keep smashing, smashing, smashing. And you notice it's oppressive. I'm crushing him in, crushing him in. You know, everything is keeping his own limbs, his own weapons tight to his body. You know, I might just use his edge of hand blows to compress him so much in that I can go knee to the bollocks, push him away, get him in the kidney. You know, the edge of hand blows are really good at sucking a person's ability to fight back into themselves. They end up almost fetal because you are smashing limbs, you're smashing hands, arms, but never just focus on just the arm. In fact, don't grab. Let's say he's going to grab me, so pause time, he's going to grab me. I'm not thinking of just chopping the hand, I'm thinking of chopping his head, because that will stop the hand grabbing me regardless. So I'm not in the habit of trying to stop his hand, I'm always still trying to crush his face. Does that make sense? So we've got 5 more minutes, so just going to have a go at do it versus actual grabs once the grab is on, and attempted grabs before the grab's on. Boom, see what comes out. All right, cool. So we're going to start off first with a milling drill. So this is just to get your blood flowing. Milling is essentially the act of punching each other, getting used to taking hits, keep on hitting, not giving up. So milling is an important exercise. The Parry's still mill today. So you'll go in, you'll do 30 seconds, a minute, 90 seconds, full on offense. There is no defense in milling. You are moving forward, because the pace of boxing and the pace of fighting are very different. Boxing pace, pop, 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 pop. Fighting pace, pop, 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 pop. You're moving, you're moving, you're moving, you're hitting, you're hitting, you're hitting, you're hitting, you're hitting. You're not stopping hitting until the threat is abated or until you're grappling. This is just how it is. It's very rare for an actual fight to involve the cadence or rhythm of boxing. This doesn't happen very often unless the fight has been pre-arranged. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to use nature's gum shield. Nature's gum shield is this. Close your mouth, close your teeth together, push your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you feel there's like a seal in your mouth when you do that. And you push the tongue to your roof of your mouth, lock that in. So if ever you're fighting, if you don't have a gum shield, I want to get you used to nature's gum shield, because you're not going to have a gum shield in the real world. So tongue to the roof of your mouth, close your mouth. Now you're on. That's your gum shield. Right, we're going to start the milling drill. We're going to keep it nice and toned, just because, you know, we got a day 2 of this seminar, so I don't want you to die. What we're going to do is we're going to start on our knees, and I want to get you used to the idea that you're not made of glass. So all we're going to start the drill with is we're going to do it with right hooks. You are going to right hook me as hard as you can, and I'm going to block it with my left hand by grabbing the back of my head. Go. And I want you to get used to that. Then we're going to go 1 for 1. So you hit me, I'm going to hit you. You hit me, I hit you. You hit me, I hit you. gets you used to the notion that you're not going to break into 1,000 pieces. So start of the drill, I want you to all get on your knees with a partner of potentially the same kind of size, weight-ish. Get it done, go, 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 go. Doesn't matter who, because I'll be swatching you around. Yep, if you're in a 3, do it in a 3. Yeah, I'm not in this drill, so you guys.
Oh, okay. Come then, mate. There you go.
Full power, full power. Stop just for a second. Don't just hold it there. Wait for the punch to start to move, and then cover. That makes sense? Go. Full power.
Sorry. Yeah. Every week. So, are you in the heavyweight division? Oh, I'm 18 stone. Yeah. So, yes, this is the thing that I feel comfortable with. That's what Fox like. Oh, right, yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, buddy. Good.
Remember nature's gun shield. Not made. Go.
It's alright.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, you jump. One of you two want to jump in? Go then. Semi-professional boxer. I always say semi-professional. My arm's dead. You can carry on, guys.
The dog blood into you.
Tommy, I could begin. I just saw them spark wanting to just stick it.
Make sure you protect yourself. Cover your head. There you go. Good man. Protect yourself. If you can't take this, you will lose.
I can take that. It's just like 5 in a row on the arm. Tell me if it's harder.
Yeah, we go around, so
Yeah, make sure they cover up. Ready? Right, so next bit of the drill. Stay where you are. Down on the knees. Right, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2 in hooks. So he's going to go left, right, or right, left. It's up to you. Left, right, and I'm going to go. He's going to go. And I'm going to go. Make sense?
Yep.
Give that a go. Join these guys as a 3.
Do you two want to go first?
No. So go
around in 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'll follow their command.
So you do 1, 2 to him, he does 1, 2 to you, you do 1, 2 to him.
Just came from Wilman. Whichever way you want.
Remember nature's gun shield. Come to the roof of your mouth. If you want this Velcro,
do you want to now switch so we're now going around this way? So make it safe for everyone.
Next bit of the drill. I will defend only. He will attack. Go. Wait. Try not to stay here like this. Try and read your opponent. So have your hands on your chest. And it comes in. Yep. Boom. 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 So just go alternate it for now. Keep it simple. So we're going boom. 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 Once you got into the pattern of that and you both agree, then make it ad hoc. So it could be a left or a right. If you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. But try and now get to a position where your hands are starting from here. So if I was doing it to you, boom, boom. Once we've agreed that it could be any hand, just do singular shots. So if you're just doing it ad hoc, he needs to wait and decide which hand's coming, boom. Wait for ad hoc, boom. Make sense? Yep. Give that a go. In fact, stand and do this now. Stand up.
Do this shit for you, Tom. Save the elbows.
Yeah, have you?
Start and I will say stop. So I'll say start, I will cover, and Tom will go. And he will go all out. You ready? And I will cover both sides of my head, like so. Make sense? Both hands are covering. Use nature's gum shield, tongue to the roof of my mouth, teeth closed, but I don't look down. I look at Tom. That makes sense? My feet are aggressive. When I'm defending, I'm still aggressive. So when Tom's punching, he needs to know that when he's going to stop, I'm going to have him. If I start to do this, this is going to give Tom all the confidence he needs. When you look at a man, you can feel something. You're projecting pressure. So even if you're defending, spiritually, you are aggressive. This makes sense? So when I say start, I'm going to cover my head. Tom's going to go out for 5 seconds. And when I say stop, stop. Ready? Stop! Keep going. Go on, Tom. Come on, come on. Have it. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on.
5.
Simple?
Yep.
Try not. Don't give in. Don't give in. It's worse for him. There's nothing he can do to my head when I'm doing that. But breathe. Very important is that you look. That you look. You get used to taking this kind of stuff and just being a bastard. Just wading through him. We're not boxing here, we're milling. So we're getting used to. We're not made of glass. We can take a punch. We know also that aggressively punching people can be a big tax on energy. So you want to punch. If you're going to punch strategic. Because you can burn yourself out just punching. Fuck all. Or targets that don't really do much damage. So the purpose of these drills is to say, you can survive. You can get hit very often, you can get hit by bigger people, and that hitting also takes its toll on the hitter. Make sense? So, get yourself in your partners. When I say go, 5 seconds. When I say stop, stop. Bear in mind, my 5 seconds could be 10 seconds, 15, depends what I feel like. Go!
Cover up properly.
Have it, come on, fucking have it. Right. Harder! He's going to punch you back in a minute. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Time.
Do I hit time?
Yeah.
Alright.
Go for that. And we're going to lower the power now. I'll borrow you, big man, for this. Right. What are you going to do? It's going to be hard for me to call stop, start, and stop on this. So if I look like I'm not punching you, it's because I'm saying start or stop. Right. What are you going to do? Nature's mouthpiece. Tongue to the top of your mouth. Chin the fuck down. Halving the power now because we're building up to it. No defense, no movement, just offense. We're just going to do straights for now, mate. Okay? Does everybody understand? Yep. We're going to do 5 seconds. Go!
Forward, head up. Get up.
Stop! Come on. Got it? Make sense?
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Swap it again.
Swapping again. Stop! You got to punch each other. You got to be punched. You got to be scared. You got to go with a guy like him, like fuck, he's big. You got to do it. You're not going to get attacked by someone smaller than you. It's very rare it's going to happen. You got to be able to fight your way uphill, and you got to learn that you're not going to shatter. So I really encourage you, if you do clubs, if you do stuff, sparring's fun, but sparring feels like a game. Pop! You know, if you take a shot in sparring, oh you bastard, and someone will let you recover a little bit, because we're not dicks. Milling gives you license to be a knob, because fighting, people are going to be knobs. They're going to keep coming, keep fighting. So sparring and milling are different and equally important. From my perspective anyway, and a lot of military boxing, is milling and boxing. Milling is important to do. And you were just doing 5-10 seconds. Proper milling, it's a round. 90 seconds against big, fit, young, hard bastards. But it doesn't matter, you've got to mill, you've got to mill. Try it, just getting used to, even if you're on the punch bag, get used to 10 seconds, not stopping, not stopping. Get your friend, get your wife, get your kids, just get them to batter you for 10 seconds. It's important, doesn't matter who, you don't need finesse for milling, just fighting, all right? So we're going to move into how do we use our boxing in World War II combatives, because it's there, and it's there everywhere. I'll borrow him. So, some things that happen. Imagine our World War II combatives, and we've got to a point where my preemptive shot hasn't put him out. I've gone for a tiger claw, it's not quite knocked him out, we've ended up in this fucking grapple. Really this shitty grapple. Here, bad shit happens, because we will kick and bite and gouge, and we'll both be pulling for our weapons. It's a shit day for everyone. If you think about intelligence, this is noisy now as well. I've fucked up, I'm trying to sneak into a place, and me and fucking Igor here are ragging each other around like King Kong versus Godzilla. It's going to make a racket, so I need to be able to stop that racket. So we're going to use our boxing. This is a very common fighting position. You're pulling on clothes. This is shit, but this happens. So what I want you to get used to is pulling and pushing. So you're ragging around, get used to that ragging motion. I'm going to pull with one arm and push with another. Like here. Okay. That has allowed me the elasticity of my right hand to smash over the top. Short, sharp punches. I don't need to worry about knuckle discipline now, because my hand is only going 6 to 8 inches. I'm using my boxing in a grappling sense. So we're here, we're in the grapple. I'm going to pull push to give this arm the flight path it needs. Bang! To clock in, because that might release this grapple for me and allow me, once I've done that, I can move into my other gutter fighting. Headbutt, knee to the bollocks, chop to the back of the head, but I need that space. Here, unless you're a vastly superior wrestler or a vastly bigger man, you will bang into walls, you'll be sniping, you'll be biting each other. It's loud, it's noisy, it takes time. What he's not ready for here is that pull push. He's not expecting resistance to crumble rapidly. And that allows me the ability to do a short, what I call a tighty righty, bang, from here. Then you open up into other boxing, bang, then boom, boom. You know, I'm now at an advantage. I can use the rest of my World War II combatives. Make sense? Give that a go. So what I want you to do to start this is what I call the zombie drill. You close your eyes, I close my eyes, put your arms out in front, we're going to walk into each other and then we bump and then we're going to wrestle. There. Because I don't know whether one's going to be underneath, on top. You can't predict where these hands are going to go. They'll just go where they go. So we do the zombie walk, close our eyes, boosh, we wrestle, we move. All right? I pull push, which opens up the flight plan for this shot. Bang! That bit of boxing allows me to open up another bit of boxing. Boom! Now we're gutter fighting. Now I've got the room, bollocks, ear, throat. Without the boxing and the wrestling, I could not have unlocked the gutter fighting. Does this make sense? Give it a go. Got to this wrestle, and we've learned how to pull and push to open up a small window, and it's all we need to smash him. That means we're no longer wrestling and I'm fighting. Yeah, make sense? Yeah. This is very, very important. So, next thing we're going to look at is how to do a traditional cross. Now, a cross isn't actually a right hand. Traditionally, a right hand, a right straight, is what we today call a cross. Push, like so. In reality, a cross goes in or around the other punch. So for example, if he's coming up for a jab or a cross, whatever, it doesn't really matter, just throw it straight and hold it out. So my cross will mean that I move out the way and my right hand goes over the top. It crosses his arm, do you see? And this is why it's a cross. So as that shot comes in, boom! So I've smashed the split entry. It's perfect alignment when I go over, again, from his ear to his jaw. It fits beautifully into bare knuckle boxing for the military purposes. So World War I boxing, boom, cross. And you see this in World War II. And what this allows me to do is a bit of dirty boxing, a bit of wrestling, a bit of trench boxing. Once I've smashed him here, I can pull down on this, bang, fucking smash him with this. And then these are the keys to my gutter fighting. I've used a boxing entry, because boxing is fucking wicked. I've used a boxing entry to now get to fingers to the eyes, knees to the balls, bite his ear off. All this shit I can now do because I've concussed him enough. If two aware, strong, confident people enter a fight, I'm not going to be able to pull off the dirty stuff without him doing it back, and it ended up in a massive shitteroo. So in this instance, shot comes in, you move your body, you move, bang, you cross the line, smash, then crash into him. Notice I'm not just using my arm, my body's crashing into him. If I had a helmet on, I'd be giving him the nut. Bang! This is now really conducive to shots to the body. Bear in mind, this is also with gutter boxing here. Bam! I can punch him in the bollocks, punch him in the throat, whatever. My head's dropped because I'm aware of this fist. So I'm not being stupid, I'm not waiting for that to clock me one. I've ragged that down, bang, bang, and now I can move into gutter fighting. And gutter fighting is the chin jabs, the rips, the knees to the bollocks, pull his head down, chop him on the back of the head. So I want you to practice that transition. Now sometimes it happens that if it's thrown with this hand, sometimes it happens that you slip through, like so. That's also okay. So sometimes if a straight comes, bang, I've moved out the way. Now naturally, if I've done it this way, the next move isn't likely to be an uppercut. I could do it here, but he'll take it if he's a solid dude. So in this instance, we'd go over the top here and then move into our gutter fighting. So if I'm going a true cross, I can here, collapse, hit, fight, and then move into gutter fighting. If I'm doing this split cross, I then can do a big hook and then move into my gutter fighting from here. This is quite good because now I'm on a dead side of him. There's fuck all he can do to me really here, whereas I've got this, I can really just take it down. There's no force in it, is there? But there's nothing you can do, it's a dead side. Switch your partners, give that a go. Cross to the outside, cross to the inside. It's a bit tricky, give it a go, I'll come round. We're going to look at a boxing entry into combatives now. So, in this instance, I'm going to assume that his best shot is his right. Most people's best shot is their right. And I'm going to ignore whether it's a straight or a cross. I don't have time to give too much of a toss about it. All I know is that I need to get up close to gutter fight this bastard. But I'm going to have to use boxing as my entry mechanism because I've not been stealthy and I can't gutter fight from here. No fair burn fighting can really happen from here with two aware parties. It's just not going to happen. It's all too close. It's not going to happen. So I have to use what works. I have to use combat sports entries. So in this instance, we're going to do a bursting parry. Mike Donovan was a famous bare knuckle boxer. He taught this. This got taught in World War I to Marines. Got taught this in World War I to soldiers. World War II, you see this in the boxing too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burst forward. It's called a leverage guard. A leverage guard. I'm going to burst through with my left hand and I'm going to go across like so. So I'm going to cover my face here. And this means that let's say a hook is coming. I've covered it. I'm taking it on the top of the skull. That's not going to bother me. It's only going to bother me if it hits me on the jaw. So I'm bursting in. Whoop! This is ideal. It's missed me entirely. Following this, I can get a tight whizzer here. And this is where our boxing turns to wrestling. So we've gone from a leverage guard into a whizzer. I'm going to turn him. I'm going to use that space. Bang! I'm going to knock him here. I'm going to give him a solid fucking shot. Because I can't fuck up my knuckle discipline from boxing. It's only 8 inches away. So I know I'm not going to fuck it up. So from here, I've got all the liberty in the world to smash him with my knuckles, which is a good tool to have. Once I've done that, now I can gutter fight. Shots to the neck, fingers to the eyes, grab to the throat, knee to the bollocks, rip, twist, gouge, pull. You need the boxing at range. Gutter fighting works from surprise. Here's my papers, bang, bang, bang. From ambush, or from a complete overwhelming assault. So I might run at him, fuck. Yeah. If both parties are aware already, gutter fighting's not going to cut it. And I need to make up that distance. I don't have time to box 10 rounds with him. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this hand to cover, this side. I'm going to burst up and either a hook or a cross is going to come. And I've taken this. If it's a straight, just go super slow. Because you've gone on a diagonal, you've moved it out of the way. If it's a hook, you've protected your jaw with the hard bit of your upper arm, or if you're unlucky and he clips the top of your skull, you're not going unconscious, odds are you're cracking his hand open. As soon as I've got this leverage guard, I wrap him tight, I wrench this, so I want to crack this shoulder, giving me the space I need. Boom! Gutter fighting from here. You remember your chin jab? Chin jab the bastard, feed him his own face, push his face into his face. Boom, rip, bollocks, headbutt, all the shit you want, but you can't do that unless you've unlocked it. Boom! I've moved in here. Now, even if I didn't pull off the whizzer, I'm now in good gutter fighting range. So I can use stamps, knees, fingers right to the eyes, chop him on the back of the head. I can use my dirty Fairburn stuff because I've used boxing to enter. Change your partners, leverage guard. The person that's throwing the punch, hook or cross, it should not matter. So it's completely up to you. Simple boxing entry. Right, so in this one, we're going to use our shoulder aggressively. So it might be, for example, I might be doing first aid to someone. I might be dragging someone out. I might be tapping away on a Morse code, whatever. And I might get attacked from the side. Right, so I need to get used to using the shoulder to defend myself. So I'm going to roll the shoulder. So the attack comes from the side, but roll the shoulder. So the shoulder keeps my head safe. Just keep the fist there for a second. Right, I'm going to use my energy this way. So I've rolled the shoulder. I could still have something in my hand here. I could have a radio machine. I could have documents. I could have a fucking small child. You know, whatever. But my hands are occupied. Yeah. So I've rolled. Bang. My body now is cocked to fire. So what we're going to do, we're going to roll, we're going to fire in a short chopping cross. We're going to boot him in the kneecap. We're going to post him, which means the stiff arm here. Boom! And we're going to take him right through. So from here, I'm tapping away, I don't really realise, shit! And I'm going to use this energy now, and if I don't come back, he's sent 100%, I need to send 200% that way. So it's not just a punch, this is old horrible ginger bastard. I'm smashing back into him. I'm booting him right over that kneecap. Bang! Taking a bit of base. Grabbing a lump of ear, lump of hair, lump of shirt. So I'm making now a runway for boxing. Boxing, you can miss and you can really fuck up your hand. But if I post here, it's a straight exchange. It's a bit like a laser guided missile. Boom! I'm going straight through his head. After that juncture, if he's still awake now, we can move into our Fairburn gutter fighting. I can chop him, I can chin jab him, I can knee him in the bollocks, I can chop him in the kidneys, but I couldn't get away with that. I can't go from punch to kidney chopping and gouging, it's just not going to happen. So I need to be able to go, shit, bang! All of my body goes back into that shot. What I'm going to do, boot this really hard, either into the base of the ankle or under the knee. I've got an army boot on. Boom! And that hurts even, you know, I'm not digging it, am I? But it hurts. Bang! I post, stiff arm. Whoop. Also note that I'm punching him on the hinge of the jaw or just behind the ear. It's a place where you don't get hit that often in boxing. Boom, so I've used a boxing delivery mechanism, but I've hit him in a non-sporting boxing kind of place. Once you've done that, get used to smothering, gutter fighting. Make sense? Yep. Change your partners, give it a go. So, not everything starts standing up. Imagine the last drill we've just done, but I didn't have the wherewithal to use my shoulder as a defense. And I've just taken one, bosh, and I've gone, ah! I've taken the knee. Now it's important that I can still use some percussion here. I can still box from here.
Oh, no.
So what we're going to do, we're going to box up the man so I can get back up to fighting viability. So important shit now. The leverage of this man means that he's likely, and you can see it from his body language, he's going to be raining punches down. Yeah, if he's knocked me down, he's going to beat me down and then start stamping on me. Because that's how humans work. His upper body's bearing over his lower body. Yeah. So I need to, A, keep my chin fucking tucked, keep my head fucking tucked, and I'm gonna box up the man from down here. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a hook to the femoral. So we're going bang from here. Yep, so we're going bang. We're gonna do an overhand on top of the thigh. And now, from here, once we've got that, because I'm relying on Tom for balance, I'm driving forward. I'm going to smother, and I'm going to do a smothering hook. So I'm down here, I'm going to clinch his head, bang, and I'm going to drive my hook in this way. So I've done a boxing, clinch, and hook, and I've smashed him, a chancery style hold. It's called a chancery hold, holding someone by the side of the neck. As gloves started to have the thumbs attached, you saw less and less chancery, but we still have loose thumbs in World War II. So we've been knocked down. We're going to smash into this femoral. Bang! We're going to use a punch, boom, to get my Indian. I'm still driving forward. And then I'm going to collapse his structure to smash into his jaw. Whether I get it here or here, I'm essentially doing a punch sandwich. And here's the filling. Bang! And I'm in this chancery position. And what I want you to do from here is pivot and post. And then you can decide what to do. It's just like before. So we can smash him down if we wish, because that hand's not going to protect him from the concussion. Yeah, this one. I can smash him right in the body, or I can then transition to my gutter fighting. Bang, 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 whatever I want to do. But we'll learn to punch your way up. Get used to the fact that if I'm down here, a lot of combinations I can still do. Uppercut, hook, cross. And because my head's down, any punches raining down, I ain't gonna do fuck all. And you are taking the base, boom, boom, smash, pivot, boom. You're moving on him aggressively. Give it a go. 2 dirty boxing techniques, and we're gonna flow them in. So the first one we've already done. So we're gonna slip and cross, so that cross is coming in. We're gonna slip and we're gonna punch at the throat, because we're boxing in a World War II context here. Then we're gonna do what is known as a rabbit punch. Now, a rabbit punch is where I hit to the back of the neck using the knuckles. It's how you kill a rabbit. When you hold it up by the legs, bash it around the back of the neck. Yeah, so I've slipped and I've punched him in the throat. I've hit him with a rabbit punch here, and then I'm going to use a modified uppercut. So I'm going to use the top of this knuckle and smash him right in the bollocks. Okay? So in total I've gone bang into the throat, bang onto the back of the neck, smashed him right in the bollocks. Just for good measure, what we're then going to do is known as a kidney chop. So we're still going to use our fist in this instance, and this is what they used to use in bare knuckle boxing, and we're going to drop this hammer fist on a kidney. And if you need to do anything else from there, he's a tough son of a bitch, so do it fast. So we're here. I can no longer use my gutter fighting. Also remember, you know, that I might do things like he's throwing the punch, I might spit at him, I might swear at him, I might kick dirt in his face, I might chuck change at him. You know, this, I've gone into his hand, but I've got to keep going. I've not quite landed the throat shot, fine. Rabbit punch, shot to the groin, kidney hammer. Then I can move into my gutter fighting. Knee, chop, 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 knee, whatever you want to do. You can move, you can be inventive. So everyone's gutter fighting relates to them, their personality, their traits, their strengths, and what have you. So we're slipping out the way of the shot, boom! We are going rabbit punch, groin shot, kidney hammer, and then your personal choice of gutter fighting. Nice and simple. I'll borrow you. Yep. So sometimes your opponent might have quite a tight guard. Some people have some decent boxing skill. So what we're going to do is we're going to lean. In this instance, I'm going to lean to the right, and I'm going to use what is known as a pivot blow. So I'm going to keep my fist closed, but it's going to come out like an edge of hand blow. So I'm going to lean, I'm going to do a pivot blow to clear that obstruction. I'm then going to fill that gap with a strike here, then move around him with a strike here. Following this point then, I can use my gutter fighting. Bang, eyes, throat, eyes again, I can strangle, But in this instance, I'm fighting someone and shit, he's got a tight guard. This could be a long fight. I don't want a long fight. So I might move, and I'm just going to blast this. It's an unnatural movement because boxing punches don't come from this angle. Slip, boom, bang. You've come over the top. Notice I'm just using the boxing as the entry. Taking that shot here, and now I'm close enough to gutter fight. So I might nobble his knee, grab his throat, smack him in the back of the head, rip his eyeball out, whatever I want to do from here, I can get done. So just to reiterate, we're moving like shit, he's got a tight guard, I'm not going to be able to outbox him. You might fake it, you might fake a stumble, pivot blow. You ideally locking one hand into the other, at the very least, moving this across. Opening up that jaw, which opens up that body, which opens up your gutter fighting. But again, it's important that you can box, but what looks more like a fight, what we just did, boxing. That's what fights look like. Fights look like that, confusion, chaos, they swirl. You notice they swirl? They swirl and swirl and swirl and swirl.
If we do that again tomorrow with weapons, he's with us. I don't care if you're going and coming back, he's with us.
Yeah. But you've got to be able to access that angle, but you also got to get gone.
Yeah.
You stay fighting too long, some other guy's going to chin you. You've got to bash, 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 move. Bash, 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 move. If you get hit, you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Goose, duck, goose, duck, goose, duck, goose, duck, goose, ducks. Go stand over there by the blue bins.
What the goose supposed to chase?
Big guy. Oh, this is where he goes in first. Yeah. It's just totally against my style to run in. Oh yes, but we have it. Look, we're saying we have the goose. Yep.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to do a mass milling drill.
Oh.
Okay? There is no way to win. There is no way to lose.
Oh, lovely.
Support each other. This should not turn into an even set of boxing matches. If you see your friend getting punched in the face, you punch that man in the face. What?
I got all the big ones.
You got me?
Okay.
You've got the MMA gloves, stop bitching.
I know you'll be alright. So, we're doing a mass milling event. I want you guys to talk to each other about your strategy. I want you to talk to each other about your strategy. We're going to meet, we're going to mill. When I say stop, we stop. Don't turn into individual fights. Support your comrades. Yeah. Don't spar, don't jab and move, just mill. Chin down. Chin down. Tongue to the top of your throat. Your teeth closed. Medium contact. Everybody understood? Make your strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just see what they do.
Shall I count it in, Tom?
What's that?
Shall I count it in?
Count it in.
Okay. 3,
Oh, wait a minute, Tommy, just 50%. Me and you.
3, 2, 1, go! Help each other! Help each other! Come on, keep the aggression up! Help someone if they're in trouble!
Rosie, he's on your side.
Only dead men go down!
Just get it. Time.